Boy, they done found it.
What up, Kwame?
Would you just getting off the private jet?
Hey, hold on, wait. I'm on a live stream right now, all right? So I heard you was out there causing a fuss when you was talking about Trump and Obama.
I was, brother. Yeah. I said I wanted to see how sensitive everybody still is.
Hey, where you at? When you coming back to the city? Well, don't say that. Don't say that because I'm on a live stream. We'll talk about it after I get off the live stream.
I'm in here.
You in the city right now?
Yes, sir.
How long you gonna be here?
I'll be here to Monday.
I bet we gonna have to link up.
Let's do it.
I got a question for you. Have you heard of this mayor over in Dolton? It's like a city outside. Do you know where Dolton is? It's like a city outside of Chicago.
In Alabama?
No, it's outside of Chicago.
No.
Okay, so it's this lady over in Chicago. Her name is like Tiffany Henyard or something.
Yeah.
And I guess she's like really, really hitting the news. And I guess it's as a result of something like they using like the city's cards for like Hulu and all of that stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry, I laughed. Okay, go ahead.
Like, is it a way that they can justify that as a expense for the city?
What you mean? They use Hulu? Like, I don't understand.
So I guess they pulled the records for the Freedom of Information Act to find out exactly where they spending the money, like the city credit cards and stuff. And they reporting that they like spent it on like Hulu and all that type of stuff.
I would have to have a little bit more information to answer it seriously, because probably some of those things are amplified, but what they spent the money on was a network service. And in that network service, it provided Hulu and Netflix along with Newsmax, CNN.
Ah, okay.
So I just would like to hear the whole story, because, of course, the sensational thing is that they had Hulu. Well, in the newsroom.
Well, they said that she also spent it on different hotels room. They fly back and forth to Texas and all. Of course, they got a whole lot of stuff, right? But I was just wondering, like, how can they justify certain things like that, like a streaming service and stuff?
Some things you can't justify. Some things you can, and they're sensationalized. So I would have to look at it from that perspective. I was in the news for my first 2 years on my credit card. But then the investigation turned up nothing, but it was on the front page for almost a year. And so if he was in New York eating lobster, and they had lobster. And so when we take the bond rating agency people and show them and do this and do that, and we wine and dine them, and then we get the bond rating and the bond done for $800 million 6 months later, that's not in there. So but it was in there is I had lobster. So it's I don't know. Some of these things are the trips or where you take. It's impossible. Now, this is a smaller city, so I don't know what her mission is. But if I'm flying out recruiting Dan Gilbert, I'm flying into Cleveland, I'm chasing him around too on the spur of the moment. He said, "You come to the game tonight, get on the plane and fly to Cleveland." Or I'm going in and out of New York, or I'm going to try to chase down Home Depot, or we got to get out to Vegas right now to meet with MGM. If those things are producing what you see now, the headquarters coming, they're not, if they're after you, particularly if you're an African-American mayor, you don't get a chance to explain that in the moment. They put it on the front page and then you're chasing the story. So I don't know if she's misspending. I would need more information, or if there's a legitimate reason to have those type of expenditures, because there might be. Now, if you just watching Netflix and watching Hulu, no. But if that's, I mean, literally, hell no. But if that's a part of a larger package for the newsroom and those things are on there, and I don't know what I would need to have more information to see if you can justify something like that. Because, you got to be very careful. At 31 years old, I came in there. That's why the first 3 years was so hard. And the last was I was barely in the news until I was in the news all the time because all the stuff. because you learn from making those kind of mistakes and you learn from checking in. I saw DJ Khaled said, I'm over every expenditure. I saw that. He said, I don't have no finance. Whoever paid the loan, man. And once I did that in the city, I didn't have no more problems. But when I was just signing stuff because the finance people do it, it was bad because I don't even know what these people are buying. I have no idea. You think you're coming in, you're just signing this. So then, no. If I'm going to be on the front page, show me everything. Well, what's that right there? So then once we got that and you get people you trust in place, it's a little different. So I would have to see what this mayor is dealing with. And yes, there are two things that could be true. One, it could be crazy as hell. And the other thing that it could be a justification for it. But she's going to have to get a team of people together and provide that. The only way I got out of the news is I provided that. They didn't redress the stories, but they did stop writing about it. So that's the thing, that's the other thing she's going to have. They'll just go away if she can legitimize it.
Does she possibly face more scrutiny because it is a smaller city?
Absolutely. Because your budget has to justify that now. Remember, what we had to do was show that we spent less money than Young and Archer.
Yeah, that's true.
The only way to do it. Remember all that? I had to show that I spent less than Archer on the credit card. And I hated putting it out there like that, but they were trying to make this about me and this kind of and paint me in a certain way. And it started going away after that. But that's because this is a city with a 1 billion budget. When you're talking about, this town, and I've never heard of the town, it's probably got a very small budget, and it probably has a city manager that's under the mayor.
Well, she has multiple different positions where she's getting paid. So she's the mayor. She's the she holds multiple positions. She didn't fill them. She just said that she gonna take over multiple roles within the city.
And the other thing, Anton, is it probably been that way forever, but she got in a position. And that's what you got to learn too. Like the last mayor for 30 years, that guy, he was to this, he was to that, he got this, and she went in thinking you could do that, and that's not how that works. Yeah, can't nobody come in and be Mike Duggan after Mike Duggan.
Right.
He has ability and agility. Good job.
Yeah.
So don't go in there trying to do what he did. You got to go look at what is ethically right, what's legally right, and start doing like that, because you can get indicted. He'll just get a bad article. So that's the difference in the weight of whatever problems or indiscretions you might have. They're different for everybody. And if this is a black woman in that kind of position, she's going to stay on the front page.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, okay. Yeah, we'll talk about it. We're going to kick it this weekend.
Yeah, let me know, man. I come down there, man. I've been looking for you. I got some stuff I want to get up to talk to you about. There's going on.
All right, I'm gonna call you this evening, and we're going to set it up.
All right, Anton.
All right, bye.
In a minute, brother.
So that was my good friend, Kwame Kilpatrick. Shout out to Kwame. Kwame gave me some insight on how things are supposed to go within the city budget, especially when you're in a smaller city. And so I'm not an expert on politics. And so when I need some insight, or I'm trying to gain or glean some information on how things are supposed to go versus how things are being presented, I'll call my homies, or I'll call a city council member, or I'll reach out to somebody that I have in city government as a part of what's going on in the fabric of the city. And then I'll start to get some insight, because they have a view of it that very few people, they've actually done the position. They've actually had the conversations. So I'll call them. Hey, Kwame, what's up, big dog? Anton, man. And we got a really good relationship. That's my guy. I love him. He's in a great space. And so I always got to make sure that my dog Kwame is taken care of.
That's 65. Which one is comfortable for you?
What am I pledging to? I'm sorry, I missed it. I don't know what I'm pledging to.
Sorry, can you repeat that, please?
I need y'all to take sales classes. I need y'all to take sales classes. I have no problem pledging. I love being sold. I love going into the dealership and a salesperson is enthusiastic and they understand the product or whatever. But y'all can't keep reading from these scripts and thinking that people are going to embrace you. I will outsell you 10 times out of 10. That's not AI. It wasn't AI. That was the most horrible sales pitch that I've ever heard in my entire life. If it was a scam or it wasn't a scam, either way, it was a horrible sales pitch. Listen, you know why I don't think it was a scam? Because scammers can sell much better than that. Scammers can sell way better than that. Way better than that. They're enthusiastic. They telling you that your car's extended warranty is expired. The whole 9 yards. That was not a sales pitch. That was a horrible sales call. Horrible. And I don't know where y'all getting these people from. I have no idea where y'all getting these people from.
And they were entertaining their families and they were decorating their homes and buying things for the outdoors and leaning into toys.
I need to teach y'all how to sell.
Well, we knew that wasn't going to go on forever. We certainly had some inventory challenges that we addressed last year, and we've taken a much more conservative approach in planning inventory this year. But we're going to lean into those big seasonal moments and play to win when we know the consumer is looking for something that's new, looking for affordability, looking for that special item for the holiday season.
Let's talk about something that you have been on the forefront, theft when it comes to the stores. You can call this shrinkage, you can call it whatever it is, but what it really is organized criminal theft rings that are coming through. This is affecting every retailer. I think.
If y'all want me to do a sales class inside of the Patreon, I have no problem doing so. Just let me know.
$112 billion that it was assumed to have cost retail overall last year. But you've been, I think, the most vocal critic of what's happening and saying that something needs to be done. We walk around the stores and you'll see that there are now signs that say you can't check out more than 10 items. You see some items that are locked behind glass and you have to wave your hand over to bring someone over to come get things open. You've taken a lot of steps to combat this, but where does the problem stand right now?
Yeah. Well, Becky, we felt the need to use our voice to elevate awareness around this topic.
Cap. He's given the politically correct answer. The problem is that he tired of y'all stealing and they taking steps to invest in theft technology or something else to prevent y'all from being able to take stuff off the stores because y'all driving up the prices and you driving down the profitability. That's the real answer. Listen, he's talking about we're using our voices to bring awareness. No, let me tell you something. A thief don't care about how aware you are at all. That's all cap. That's political speak. The reality is this. They can't have that stores in the wrong places anymore. People stealing. They trying to move online, have more e-commerce. They're going to market themselves more effectively. They're going to have to hire more people in order to come and get things that you may need. They investing in certain technologies to prevent you from being able to leave out what stuff you're not supposed to have. That's what's really happening. They haven't solved for the problem. There's no one approach to it. I would be a very good public representative for these companies because I'm gonna just tell y'all the truth. So, Anton, what is the problem with theft? Listen, I'm gonna just tell you, Becky, we got a problem with people over here stealing. People think that they can just walk in the store and walk out with whatever it is that they want. You just gonna take you some deodorant. You know how much it costs us? That's driving up the prices, Beck. Yo, B, that's driving up the prices. We can't continue to give y'all what y'all want in y'all neighborhoods. Y'all keep talking about y'all got a food desert. Well, how are we going to come in and service you if you don't want to do the thing that's in your own best interest? If you want us to open up the stores and not just be out here in the suburbs, Becky, then y'all going to have to do the thing that's in your own best interest. And we can't do corporate speak anymore. That day is gone. That day is gone. We have to drive up profits and then we'll pass on those savings over to the consumer, Becky. But I can't do it. You got to help me help you. You're going to have to help me help you, Becky, because I don't want to do the corporate speak. I just want to go straight to the people. I want to go straight. Listen, my people understand me. The American people don't need me to use these big terms and stuff, Becky. We got an $112 billion a year problem, and we got to solve for this. I know y'all think that we rich. I know y'all, but when we start closing stores and you got a food desert over there, Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York, we just closed a store. You want us to close some more stores or you want us to invest in you? I'm just saying, I know you don't want to get everything online. Some people like going in and touching the product. Some people like putting on that red shirt, acting like they work at Target in order to do their pranks. We not tripping off of that. As long as you don't tear up no merchandise back, come on in. We love you. We appreciate you. Hopefully y'all having a merry holiday. We looking to give back. Let me tell you all of the programs that we helping and we helping out the community with. And this is how we benefit the community. And this is how we going to continue to keep these stores open. But if y'all not going to do the thing that's in your own best interest, y'all just going to have to drive 11 minutes out here in order to go and get your products. That's what I'm going to tell them. People want to know the truth. People want to know the truth. And the minute that you start telling them the truth, they're going to come back to your stores. If I was Target, I would tell them, hey, fam, you know what? We had somebody that was on the staff that was selling some zesty, they were selling some zesty swimsuits. We didn't know that it was going to pop off the door. But like, look, we ain't trying to be on no zesty stuff. Look, we get it. We feel y'all. Problems was happening. We got you. No more zest in the dressing room, and we're going to have a men's and a women's section going forward. Y'all need anything else from us? These companies would blow up. They would benefit. Listen, if y'all need a real spokesperson, you need a consultant to come in and fix your company, I got a price. It's a big one, but you're going to profit from it because I'm going to ensure that you're successful going forward. I'm going to ensure that the people, you're going to be the people's champ. The people are going to love you. You're going to have a core audience that is going to embrace you. They're going to adore you, and they're going to shop at your store because they know that at the end of the day, if you raising prices, it's a reason for it, but it's got to be in their own best interest. They need to understand why the pain is coming. That's it. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description, as well as pinned to the top of the chat. I hope y'all enjoyed the show.